Ah. Why are all the boss chests so bad? You have to pick 3 of the 4. So each level has 4 spells, but you can only learn 3. In the later games, in the later versions of the game, you can like forget one if you decide you want a different one. But in this one, yeah, you're just stuck with the first 3 that you learn. So you kind of have to decide one that you want to leave out. It's kind of like Pokemon in a way. But yeah, the later versions, like the PS1 version, you can forget spells. But I don't believe you can in this one. Remember books? I don't know, the bookstores around here are still pretty banging. We have there's a mall by us with a BAM. And it's hot. They got like 2 floors of books, and they got like 1 million board games and a cafe, bunch of movies. That's a couple chests. Did we just find the jackpot? Or are they all empty? I don't want to get too excited. They might all be empty. Coffee in a bookstore on a winter day. That sounds pretty dang nice. Also, did he just cast fire too? We got a problem. We got a problem. We got a code red. We got a code... okay. So, don't fight the red gargoyles. That's what we learned today. Oh, cool. They can paralyze, too. Don't fight the red gargoyles. That's what we just learned. Every enemy in this whole dungeon is like, yeah, I'll do like 4 or 5 damage. Maybe poison ya. I don't know. Red gargoyles, 80 damage to your entire party. Twice. And then I'll stun your tank. So that was fun. Also, that BAM had a lot of like game books too, which I was shocked by. I've gotten some cool game books at that store. They have like, they have those books that are like based on games. Like all the Dungeons and Dragons and like Magic the Gathering books. But then they also have like cool, like art books and stuff. I got this Mario book from that BAM. I got this thing. This thing's pretty cool. It's like a Super Mario encyclopedia. It's got like art and stuff. That's cool. Oh, and I got this. This is probably the coolest thing. This is the coolest thing I ever got. One of the coolest game books I have, and I got it from that BAM. It's Crash Bandicoot files. It's like before it was Crash Bandicoot. when it was when he was Willy Wombat instead. Willy the Wombat. And it's got all this like concept art and stuff in it. This book is really cool. And like probably my favorite part, they have these like plans, like these old plan sheets. I know it's gonna be hard to read. Hold on. I want to show this because it's cool. So they have like these plan sheets where they showed like the levels, and it was the level schedule is what this is. And it shows the different levels, and they have other ones. Here's a level list with like, and you can see like the notes they wrote, and like stuff's crossed out and stuff. Like, how cool is that? I just found this at like a bookstore. This would be the type of thing you'd get out of like a special edition or something. It was just sitting on a shelf. Mind blowing. A book at a bookstore. I mean, it means a bit more to me because I'm a Crash Bandicoot fan, but still, I think it's pretty cool. Thank you so much for the 10 months, Vagrant. Glad you can make it, dude. Imagine you're just exploring a volcano and you get attacked by a giant peed. Alright, listen. You're ruining the moment here. I know it's a book at a bookstore, but I didn't expect to find that kind of book, okay? Shut up. What do you buy at a bookstore, huh? What? Show me your latest bookstore grab. Pulls out Twilight. Buy coffee. The PS1 version is pretty similar to the NES version. They added the cutscenes, and they also added a couple like quality of life stuff, like things. Some of the code is fixed, so it's not as janky. But the general where you need to go and what you need to do is the same, and the enemies and stuff. Oh, the graphics are better too, I believe. Bookstore scores. I was walking through a bookstore and I saw a quarter on the ground. gonna say, jeez. It's gotta be dead soon. Oh god, this is a dead end. This thing better be worth it. I really am easily amused, it's true. This game is just so NES. Also, I don't think I've said it, but I really wish I had this game as a kid. I think I would have been so into this as a kid. Because, keep in mind, when I was a kid, I only had like... We had like 6 or 7 NES games for a long time. That's all I had. We never... At the time, we didn't get like a Sega or a SNES. I skipped all the way from NES to PlayStation 1. In the NES, we only had a few games. So, I had like... Mario and Duck Hunt and some Zapper games and Godzilla 2. And Godzilla 2 I played a lot because it was the only like RPG game. And I thought it was cool even though it was total garbage. And I just imagine like, what if I had this instead of Godzilla 2? I probably would have loved it. I would have been all about it. I probably would have never beat it. But I would have loved it anyways. I mean, I remember just getting annihilated in Godzilla 2 over and over again. And like, I didn't even care. I'm running. This fight is awful. Oh, please run. Okay. Like, I didn't even care that I couldn't beat Godzilla. I would just play it and lose. And enjoy myself. And at least in this game, if I were to just play it and lose over and over again, I'd probably, like, at least level up. If I was smart enough to save. And then, you know... maybe I'd actually get somewhere. Easy to dodge. Yeah, I don't think I beat many games as a kid. Like I said, I feel like the first game I ever really beat was either Mario 3, because I can't remember if I ever beat it. I don't think I did, though, to be honest. Giant sword! I wonder... $36.70. $38.75. So it is better. Just barely. Alright, it was worth it. The dead end was worth it. I kind of want to try to leave so I can save having this sword. Let's see what's in this chest, and then maybe we'll leave. Oh god. Okay, there's only 2. Let's go for it. Trying to mute them so they can't fire me. Critical hit, terminated. Alright. But yeah, the first game I feel like I remember beating is actually Final Fantasy VII, which is crazy to think, but I just love the game so much that I actually played it enough to beat it. A lot of NES games, I just didn't like them enough to go through the absolute torture of beating them. You know? And I had a lot of games that you just didn't really beat. Like, I remember having Destruction Derby on PS1. And, like, I think there is a first player, like, mode you can beat, but I would just play around and blow up cars. And, like, Duck Hunt, you didn't really beat, so. Stuff like that. Yeah, so I had an NES for a really long time, and none of us were really super into gaming. It was just something that we did every once in a while for fun. And my family was like in a bad place at the time. So like we weren't trying to go out and buy an expensive game console. So we skipped out on Genesis and Super Nintendo. We just played NES every once in a while, and that was it. And my brother had a Genesis at one point. But the only thing I ever remember playing on it was Sonic 2 and Cyborg Justice, which is still my favorite game name of all time. We got this, didn't we? I don't remember. Yeah, we did. So we played that, but other than that, didn't really experience the Genesis much. And then one day, my dad got me a PS1. I think it was for my birthday. And we got Final Fantasy VII either right then or shortly after. And that's when I was like, video games are pretty cool. And started playing it a lot. Legend of Dragoon, we have an entire playthrough of, A-Fan. If you go to 4aproductions.com and go to the Let's Play page, you can see all of our Let's Plays. I very much love Legend of Dragoon. Very, very good game. That's terrifying. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Holy crap, dude. The black belt has hit his power spike. Ow, 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 ow. Holy crap. This bull is like got an army of scorpions. He's running some illegal scorpion fighting ring. My black belt just punched a scorpion in the face. That's so hardcore. God, the difference in damage is insane. Does 50 to one and 150 to the next one. Hey, how's it going, Marsh? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well today. Cut that scorpion in half. Someone's poisoned. Alright, let's go save now that we have this sword. And I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Alright, we back. We could use a cabin and go right back in, but then I wouldn't get my magic back. And I could use a house to get my magic back, but I think I'll just swim back, because I'll get some experience that way too. Think of 100 bits, Cynic. Game suggestions? Depends on what you mean. If you want to just give me a suggestion of a game I should play, you could just say it right now. If you want to make a real suggestion, like towards Trophy Quest or towards Let's Plays, or if you want to donate a game for a fan day, then you could, like, PM me. Either here or on Discord. Oops. I meant to heal. Well, that works. Here we go. It's crazy to think how much grinding we've done. We're only on level 17. Grinding in this game is really slow. I don't want to heal too much because we're just going back right now, but these rivers are pretty dangerous. Princess Yuna's magical dress-up adventure. My favorite. Why did they not call it that? That would have been such a better name. I mean, anything's better than X-2. Think about 100 bits again, Cynic. How's it going, King Chris? Killed 10,000 enemies in Final Fantasy IX. How's it going, Advent? Oh, no. Oh, God. It hurts. Think of the 5 months, Wald. Good to have you back. Final Fantasy IX is pretty amazing. One of the greats. I like how in this game a lot of the towns have like giant walls around them. It actually makes sense since this world is so like dangerous. Some of the later games there's just kind of like towns sitting around. I'm like, how do you not just get attacked? Like the Chocobo farm in Final Fantasy VII. Like, how do you not get attacked? It's just a farm out in the middle of nowhere with like no one with any physical capability to like protect the town or protect the Chocobos. Okay. Just grab some items. How's it going, Titus? How's it going, Reptile? They have a small fence. I'm just imagining some dragon that's like really hungry for some Chocobo. Just walks up to the farm. Then he sees the fence and he's like, come on! These guys got fences too? Unbelievable. Awful. Thank you so much for the 7 months. Hope you're staying safe as well. It's good to have you here, Titus. Thanks for the lurk. Alright. Take 2, here we go. We got a river croissant. I'm a little sad that canoes aren't called river croissants. It's kind of hard to say river croissant. It's like a tongue twister. They should be called river croissants. It's hard to say. Say it out loud. It's hard to say. Your mouth wants to say river croissant. You have to force yourself to say the second R. River croissant. And random river hydra. Oh, come on. I'm the only one that had issues? Alright, maybe I just can't talk. It's fine. I can... I'll take the L. River roll. I mean, when it's like when it's going up and down, it looks like a fortune cookie. River pastry. River pastry of your choice. I don't know. I think we missed an opportunity to call all water vehicles by food names, because like canoes could be river croissants, and inner tubes could be donuts, Pikachu with a little fish friend. The sea baguette. The sea baguette is like those huge boats, the super long boats. They have a name. I can't think of the name. Sea biscuit. A raft could be sea toast. It's crazy how, like, quick the menus are in this game. Uh-oh. Not what I wanted to start off with. A submarine is an ocean eclair. A kayak could be a calzone. I can see it. A submarine is a sub. There you go. Which one am I looking forward to the most? The most would be 6. Definitely. But I'm also really excited for 5. And 4. But 6 and 5 I'm looking forward to the most. If we could stop getting gargoyles, that'd be great. Luckily, they're being pretty nice so far. I don't believe I've ever played 4. The very first localization of 3 is the DS version. It was one of the last to get localized. It might have been the last to get localized in terms of the originals. What the heck is a Paralisk? I don't think I want to know. See you, Cynic. Thanks for the support. Thanks for being here. Yeah, all the other games got localized pretty quickly on the PS1 with the Origins and Anthology games. I think I already got this. But for whatever reason, Final Fantasy III didn't get localized until the DS. They skipped over it. Origins was 1 and 2, and then they did 4 and 5, and 6, and Chrono Trigger. They skipped over 3. And it's kind of unfortunate, because we don't really have like a good, just console version of 3, instead we have to do the DS version. But that's as early as it gets. was the first localization of it. So it's the best we can do. Luckily, all the games have pretty good localizations now that you can play. Although the Steam versions are hit or miss because some of them are too updated. I've heard bad things about the Steam versions. But at least in terms of our marathon, trying to get as close to the original as possible, the DS is the best we can do. If you go to the Final Fantathon page, Bromf, I literally have pictures of all the versions we're playing. And the years they came out, and all the info you could ever want to know. Alright, I don't think I got these two yet. One of which has a enemy. Oh, you know what? I remember that one just has money. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm sure there probably is a translation version, but I'm only interested in the official releases for this marathon. Maybe in the future we could play some of the translated versions. The idea is to play the games in the way that people would have played them as a kid. To experience what they experienced. And they wouldn't have played a random fan-made translation. They would have played the original versions on Super Nintendo or DS or whatever. I actually don't have the SNES versions yet. I'm not worried about getting them yet because we're only on this game. I'll probably start looking into them once we get to 2. I do own the rest of the games we're playing, though. I have all the PS1 versions. I have Final Fantasy III on DS. I have all the PS2 and PS3 games. The only games I don't have are the SNES ones. And yes, I fully expect to pay out the butt for them. But gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta do it for the show. I'm in... Oh yeah, right. The treasure stash down here. Yes, Final Fantasy VI is labeled as 3 and Final Fantasy IV is labeled as 2. Yeah, most of the current versions aren't bad. The only ones that I've heard that are, like, bad are some of the Steam versions are, like, updated too much. And they look like crappy mobile games. But, like, all the PS1 versions are good, other than, like, load times. And some of the Steam versions are good. Steam versions of the PS1 versions are good. The PS1 games, like Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. All those Steam versions are good. With the exception of 8 having MIDI music. But you can fix that. And the remasters, like Final Fantasy X Remastered and 12 Zodiac Age, are both really good too. those. Especially Final Fantasy X Remastered. I recommend Final Fantasy X Remastered over the original because it has the post-game content and it has, you can set it to the original soundtrack as well if you want. So I definitely recommend that one. Silver gloves. I don't think I have a use for that, right? It's already bought them. Another silver helmet. Healing potion. Okay, oh my god, these all have things in them. Oh my god, the jackpot. Oh god. What is that? I don't like it. Hit it with a hammer. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. And it doesn't take very much damage. And it hurts. How's it going, Roman? Oh, there it is. 3 hits, critical hit. 4 hits, critical hit, terminated Hasta La Vista, Grey W. Yo, this money really isn't that great. I get a lot of money from fights anyways. And a Hydra. I doubt fire's gonna do much to a red Hydra, but cremate? Ow. Can we never do that again? Would appreciate. I'm gonna be here for a minute. Oops. My white mage is so tanky. Silver axe, useless. Can't hold anymore. It's an armor. Silver shield. Yeah, pretty much most of that stuff was useless. We gotta fight this again now. Who put all these treasure chests in a volcano? That just doesn't seem smart. Yeah, I feel like in general there's not really a version of any of the games you can play that's necessarily terrible. Like, if you played Final Fantasy VI on Super Nintendo, then maybe you play the Steam version and you're like, gross, what is this? But if you've never played it, then it's probably not really going to bother you that much. I've heard that PlayStation 1 Chrono Trigger has, like, hour-long loads. So maybe that's the only version that I would stay away from. But other than that, I don't know if there's really any versions. Only versions that would frustrate people that are, like, purists. But if you're a purist, then you probably own the original anyways. If you're just looking to play the games, I think you're probably fine buying whatever version you can find. I think what makes me laugh the most is, like, people complain so much about load times, but somehow enjoy Final Fantasy 15. As if somehow that is okay, but load times on, like, a PS1, they're like, oh my god. Takes 10 seconds to load. Whereas Final Fantasy 15 legitimately has a 60-second load if you fast travel from the right side of the world map to the left side on an original PS4. It takes 60 seconds to load. Not to mention, half the game is sitting there doing nothing, but even if we're just talking actual load screens. Yeah, we timed it because I was interested to see how much different, because that was back when the PS Pro. I don't. Did the PlayStation Pro come out right when Final Fantasy 15 came out? I think it did. If not, that's just when I got one. But I think it was around the same time that 15 came out that the PlayStation Pro came out. So I was interested to see how much of a difference it made. So I did a comparison between the original PS4 with a hard drive, and then the PS4 Pro with a hard drive, and then a PS4 Pro with a solid state. And I did a fast travel from the very right side of the world map to the very left side of the world map. Fast travel, as they call it in that game. And the original PS4 with a hard drive took 60 seconds to load. The PS4 Pro took 30 seconds to load, and the PS4 Pro with a solid state took like 20, I think it was. Or it might have been actually like 45 with the Pro and 30 with the solid state, something like that. Yeah, which is kind of nuts. Because on a solid state, nothing should take more than 5 seconds. My entire computer takes about 7 seconds to boot up with a solid state. So, the fact that they can't fast travel across the map at any faster than 5 seconds is pretty ridiculous. And I mean, I'm not someone that really cares that much about load times, so it's just funny that the game's that horribly optimized. I can't remember how I got... Maybe I should just walk through the lava. Because I can't seem to get out of here. Actually, maybe I'll just walk out and use a cabin. So I don't have to go through this whole maze again, because it's awful. Hey, Dustin, how's it going, man? Thanks for the bits. It's good to see you. Ow, 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 ow. So on Twitch, you probably see, like, a couple flashes there. On my screen, it's actually kind of awful. Like, I'm surprised people didn't complain about the flashing lights, because it, like, flashes every frame. It's pretty awful. Crud. You know what? Let's use cake. Let's go cake. Let's go cake. Come on, cake. Punch that scorpion. 226 damage. Cake. Ineffective. Fell into crack. Terminated. Ineffective. Fell into crack. Terminated. Ineffective. Fell into crack. Terminated. It killed every other enemy. Interesting. So, I was right. It is an insta-kill spell. Which begs the question, what the heck is the point of Rub? Rub insta-kills one enemy. Cake insta-kills all enemies. Maybe it just hits more often, but it only hits one. I was saying cake, because it's funnier that way. They didn't have room for the U, so it looks like cake. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't really care that much about load times. In fact, when people were telling me that Chrono Trigger on PS1 had terrible load times, I was kind of like, who cares? Like, I was still willing to play it, I just happened to be able to get an SNES copy. Jimbo actually donated it, so I was like, great, we get to play the SNES version now. And I did it for a Let's Play, so I probably would have gotten the SNES version anyways, because I always get the most original for the Let's Plays. But, you know, when people were telling me that the load times were bad, that wasn't, like, the reason I didn't play that version. But the reason that it was so frustrating in 15 is that the whole game feels like this terrible... It has this terrible mobile game style, where, like, there's a lot of... Not really weight mechanics. Like, mobile games have weight mechanics where you literally wait, and then something happens. But, like, the game is built almost like a mobile game, where there's just a lot of waiting. Like, just a lot of waiting. And so when you have a game that has a lot of waiting, and it does have some actual wait mechanics, like with some of the missions, you do have to actually wait time. But yeah, the game has so much weight in it that when that's compounded onto 60-second loads, that's when it really gets frustrating. Like for me personally, playing through the game casually, like I couldn't stand it. Like, Chrono Trigger is a pretty fast-paced game, so if I had to wait for loads, I don't think it would really bother me too much. People are saying that you have to, like, literally wait several seconds for the menu to open up, though, so that could be pretty annoying, but other than that, you know, I don't think it would be that big of a deal. I'd have to play it for myself to see, though. But at least the rest of the game is fast-paced. I mean, I hate to talk too much about Final Fantasy 15 before we even get there, but I remember my turnaround point where I realized that I hated the game was there's this one mission where you have to... The whole mission is that all you have to do is drive from point A to point B. The guy that you're talking to gets in a car and drives, and you have to follow him in your car. Which, keep in mind, driving in that game isn't actually driving. It just drives itself. You don't actually drive it. You just tell the car where to go, it just does it. So, I remember there was a cutscene where the guy was like, follow me in my car. And then there was a really long load screen. And then we got in the car, and the car drove itself. And I didn't press a single button. And I remember seeing... mission started, and then I didn't press a single button, and then like 2 minutes later it said mission complete. And I was like, I just completed a mission without even pressing a button. Then there was another cutscene, and then another load screen. So it was like, cutscene, load screen, 2 minutes of watching the mission play itself, cutscene, load screen. And I was like, I hate this game. Like, that was the moment that I was like, you know what? I've pretended long enough. I really dislike this game. And, like, it's fine. That doesn't make it a bad game. But me, personally, I don't have that kind of patience. I would rather play Superman 64 and go through stupid rings, because at least I'm pressing buttons. That's just my personal preference. I don't like to be sitting that long without pressing anything. Or anything even meaningful happen, you know? I can watch a Xenosaga cutscene that's 5 minutes long as people are actually interacting and talking. But, like, nothing happened. We were just following him in our car, and that was it. And they got there, and he was like, "Did you bring the baking soda?" It's like, this game sucks. I just really hate this game. But who knows? Maybe when we get to it on Final Fantathon, maybe I'll have a change of heart. Maybe I'll see something that I missed before and I'll just fall in love with it. How's it going, C-Mark? Should I go this way? Tech, thank you so much for the 5 months. Yeah, there's so much lava. Is this really necessary? Ow. Ow. Cerberus. How's it going, Astro? How's it going, Red Lease? How's it going, Fallen? How's it going, RPG Monologue? Good to see you. How's it going, Jay? How's it going to Overlord? Thanks for the 100 bits, Fallen. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I don't know how much the lava hurts, but it's not much. It might actually be 1 HP per square. Close enough. Cerberus. Let's see, I have 194. Yeah, it does exactly 1 damage per block.